And that's show confidence, and he'll do it.
Do you know what you do when you're down on your luck when it comes to a skill matchup between your opposition? Do you know what you draft for, Chronicler? Circles.
Oh,
There's many circles that you can layer on top of one another.
Circle gaming.
Guess how many circles Gangplank can have at the same time? That's 3 barrels in a cannon barrel.
Positions. Incredible champion. Although, I am going to take a look out for her interaction of her ultimate with the Blade Roll. Not quite sure how that one is going to shake out. And then, obviously, Zeus on his Gnaw has had impeccable games already. And if you add that to the fact that, again, BRION is kind of going to be forced to go in aggressively, a well-placed defensive ultimate Slicing Maelstrom, or if you want to play a little bit more aggro and BRION is overextending, remains an opportunity to use that defensively as well. As Owner, seen him play this on stream, and into BRION, this is of course the right adaptation. Makes me very, very happy.
Very pleased. The Divine Sunderer Conqueror aspect that we went over yesterday was debuted.
We had a little segment. It was nice.
Yeah. I'm glad that we've prepared everyone for some Conqueror Hecarim. And as you say, very, very good into a short-range composition, which is exactly what BRION have put together. Good stuff so far. Whether it means anything is yet to be discovered. As Faker waiting off to the side. We're not going to do too much judgment, as this is actually, it's interesting, because it's a different series than that of a lot of our other call-ups, which have been a ragtag group of both LCK substitutes as well as challenger players and things like this. This is actually a team that has played together.
They have, yeah. They have been together ever since the start of Challengers, with, of course, the exception of Listo, who was added to the team very recently, as a Raptor was called up to the LCK a couple of weeks ago. Up until that point, they were playing.
Like, that only adds to the context of what you're talking about, right? It's like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I was in year 11 in high school, you know, doing my best to learn mathematics. As Owner's going to come up, they're looking for Sobero here. Listo, pretty good counter gank timing, but he's like, nah, mate, you're dead. And the pirate is going to be put down. The horse is going to trample him. And Owner picks up first blood. Like, hold your hand to get back up again.
To, like, grab it,
Yeah, and that's like, haha, now you've agreed. And you're like, no, I was just accepting your help, trying to stand up. Not an agreement. That's kind of what it felt like there with the handshake.
I can see it.
But he got one of those. But yeah, no, I haven't played it. Should I?
It's really good, yeah. I like Super Giant games in general, as Rift Out are going to get started up here, and with the early rotation coming through, as much as I like the circle comp, you need to have all your circles in place in the right time, and that
circles only get more powerful as well if there are circles on the map. So Dragon Pit, Baron Pit, very deadly areas to fight with your circles. Raptor Pit, also one of them. That's a circle plus Popcorn Chicken. It's like the edge of the bucket of chicken.
Also shadowing here.
Well, electric stuff going through on the bottom side. So he's going to solo kill Zeus on the top side of the map. So I was getting very confused. More circles towards this bottom side is Listo. He's down very low, but he's still going in. He's so excited. The bailout comes down, but it's not going to keep the horse alive, as that is going to be the ulti coming out. S-Rank is there, but still into the death chamber, and Feisty, he's going to have to run this one out, and it's a double kill for Gumayusi. So, while Sobero gets a really cool thing done on the top side of the map, it's pretty much a disaster on the bottom side.
The burst of damage combined with the Berserk means that they are so low right from the get-go. Unfortunately, a lot of that damage goes into Owner, who dies very, very slowly. And Gamin doesn't really have the items. She had great positioning from Gumayusi there as well. And now you have a 2-0 Zeri. And it might pan out the way that they were hoping for. Sobero.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He does have oranges, but he's not going to be K, unfortunately. The last auto is going to come through. Actually, Owner picks that one up in the end. I was about to say that I really kind of wanted to call Sobero Solo Burrow.
Oh.
Because that'd be kind of cool, but then he died.
Bro Solo Boro?
Yeah, it's like Solo Bolo Sobero.
Bro, Solo, Bolo, Sobero.
Yeah, it really does. It's a tongue twister. It's a difficult one. Depth Charge comes through here on the bottom side as Garmin's trying to get this done, but He has to use his cleanse early. Loopy's just going to die. Feisty comes down towards the bottom side, but Garmin might just be dead. And Feisty's like, nah, man, I don't think we can do this. Listo's also like, nah, these guys are too scary.
No.
They are too scary. The flash goes forward. The handshake is not one that Listo wanted. As he throws out the ult, he should be able to kill Carrier here, but it's another kill to Gumayusi, and that's exactly what T1 wanted.
And we're 30 minutes in, just shy of, and it is a 7.5k gold lead for T1, unfortunately.
Where the heck did that come from?
Well,
oh, there's
they got
dead in a turret in the top lane.
Yeah, they got 2 turrets on. So this is clearly a attempt at FREDIT BRION to try and force a play on the bot side of the map, as the top side of the map is being aggressively engaged upon. Unfortunately, as
in the meantime, Luke's dead.
Okay, I'm just gonna gloss over that. I don't think his turret is gonna stand for a lot longer. As I was saying, they try to make a bot side play. The communication isn't quite there. They engage too early on Gumayusi and Carrier, and if you engage too early on Gumayusi and Carrier,
you die.
You die, yeah. Well, Carrier died eventually.
He did. However, Gumayusi is still sitting on 5
0 and
2, and he has a 3,000 lead. So that's where
I don't think I'll fall for that, actually. Goodbye.
That charm into the Justice Punch was
it doesn't even need to use
fantastic.
his Spirit Rush.
Yep.
Yeah.
He might use it just to try and get some kills here, as Ona's going to wrap around, looks for Garmin here, but that's just going to guarantee that turret. Loopy is going to kill a minion with his dredge line, and Gumayusi, it feels like he does like 4 trillion damage with each Q, and that's kind of what's happening. In fact,
you know what,
Sobro's still having a good time, you know, like, he's like, I'm just going to work on my mechanics this game.
Yep.
This one's an FF, but I'm just going to make sure that I have the best game possible. It's exactly the kind of top lane mentality that you want to see. We're trying to have some fun here, and we just need to make sure that everyone knows that FREDIT BRION, this is their challenger roster, right? As they're going to flash forward. Nice charm come through from Faker there, though, as the Extendo Electro Beam is going to do a fair bit of work here, and there is just too much money and too much damage on T1 as Gumayusi grabs yet another kill on this Zeri. Early game champion, I'm pretty sure, as Carrier is going to have to walk this one out as the Everfrost does come through, but yeah, FREDIT BRION, no vision. They don't want to overextend.
No, could have definitely killed Carrier here, but we know that, but they don't. And this is a really good opportunity to talk about AR getting demolished. So like, and the reason why I really want to highlight this is because, again, within the context of challengers, this team has had their fair share of struggles, but they're able to match pretty decently, right? They're able to, at times, find good plays, expose mistakes that their opponents are making, and then you just see that the LCK, it's something else entirely. Like it's
and T1 are then something else entirely.
Then the entire
LCK. That.
Yeah.
No, it's really good to be able to mark that, as Faker's going to die here in the mid lane. That is going to be Garmin that picks up that kill. So a little bit of an overextension there from Faker, while the rest of his team was taking everything around the map. And honestly, you could say that Faker was buying time, self-sacrifice there in the mid lane, but was also just a little bit of an overextend.
A little bit of anti-synergy there.
Feisty not going to find any Justice Punches here.
Carrier handshaking them away.
Oh dear, the wind becomes lightning, but he's just going to be avoided. The heroic entrance though, decent flash, but the ulti comes through, and it was Ona just by himself in amongst so many, but it doesn't seem to matter. The Spirit of Dread keeping him alive. And Gumayusi's going to grab yet another one, dashes over the wall, picks up another kill. This could be a triple, as Feisty goes golden for a moment, and by could be, I mean is going to be a triple. Throws out a celebratory Q the other direction, but otherwise he's going to be able to pick this one up, as now Soboro is like, what happened on the rest of the map? Oh god! As the Divine Sunderer was there, as well as the Dead Man's Plate for Ona, and he just executes the Pirate. This one's done in under 20 minutes. There is no surprise, but T1 really did wrap this one up quickly.
As is to be expected, that doesn't make it less unfortunate, Atlas, as the FREDIT BRION challenger teams did, I think, the best that could be reasonably expected from them, but
absolutely,
there's a lot of situations where your best isn't good enough, and when it comes to playing against the best team in the LCK by an incredibly large margin, this is no shocking outcome.
That is absolutely true, and a definite shellacking here in game number 1, but we have to remember that Soroboro got a solo ball.